Here's something I bet no one saw
three
coming, but I
shows that
like fucking around
influenced
people's
children in the late 90s and
expectations
early
sometimes.
2000s, as along with their parents' wallets, people usually talk about Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Today I want to focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. While the show created fond memories for thousands of children, myself included, it did a lot of things wrong.
No shit!
We're gonna
Especially
sit down,
in Season
take
1.
the show, put it under a microscope, and talk about everything.
Do you even
wrong
need a
with
microscope
Yu-Gi-Oh!
for Season 1?
The first point I want to mention on this list is how that the show just doesn't follow any rules for the entire first season.
Yeah, no
And
shit.
I don't even mean the fact that they just summon monsters no matter what, doesn't matter the level or the type or the requirements, but the fact that they just completely ignore their own show's internal logic and things they said not even more than 5 minutes prior. This isn't even something they necessarily did wrong, it just comes off weird. Is that for the first few episodes, Tristan has this voice,
No, not Kazuki Takahashi. Oh yeah, Kazuki Takahashi.
and then suddenly becomes this voice.
Yo, Joey! What? You may not have the monster
Voice actors
thing, but
change.
you got the smarts.
If you're hosting this big grand tournament that you want everyone to watch and there's huge prizes for rewards, why would you not tell the participants the rules? What would you do
Pegasus
in
is
the
a
event if
dick.
a player just did something that would require them to be disqualified but they didn't even know it because you decided to not tell them the rules and just leave it a secret? If Yugi just did some illegal move, are you just going to DQ him? Then the show just doesn't happen.
Oh, trust me, he's
This
gonna do
leads
some
to our next
illegal
point about
moves.
field power bonuses. This is Yugi's first adversity in the tournament because Weevil cheated and stole the secret rules and
Yes,
found out
as
about
dumb
the
as
field
it
power
sounds.
bonuses,
Though
which is
in the
completely made
original
up for the
version,
show, and this
Pegasus
is the start
gave it to
of
him
where
as a
things just start
bonus,
going
like, since, hey, you won the
willy-nilly,
tournament,
and they just make
here's
shit
some
up as they go
information
along.
about it.
Yugi's spell card Burning Land that he uses to destroy the forest not only is retarded for the sense that he just destroys a field with a spell card for no reason, but it also makes you lose 500 life points each turn.
You're just gonna
I guess I
ignore
forgot
that
little
part.
detail. When you stop a monster's attack using Mirror Force and causes it to be destroyed, you don't take the damage yourself.
That's
If
not
Yugi
till
destroyed
Burning
the
Mirror
Great
Force
Moth
was
Cocoon on
printed.
turn forward when it takes 5 turns to bring out, why is he still able to just bring it out no matter what?
That's what it should have been.
It took 5 turns.
So you stopped him 1 turn early. He's still strong.
Great
enough
Mods
to
would have been
beat you.
competitive if
When
that
a
was
card's
actually how it's
destroyed,
done.
you can't use it anymore, so its effects are negated unless it has something in the graveyard, which Great Moth doesn't.
I wish it did,
And
though.
none of his land monsters have the ability to attack me in the air.
What do you mean Gaia can't attack the Great Moth because it's flying? What bullshit is this? Is this fucking Pokemon now where
Basically-
Earthquake can't hit Gengar because it's levitating?
Basically.
Wait a second.
Until Gengar
Weevil
got
just attacked
move
3
change.
times. What is this, YCS Denver?
Question mark. Oy. Fair and balanced. And here's the context. Battle Phase 1, Battle Phase 2. Attacking a 3rd time. And no one calls him out on
You
this
can
shit.
just use polymerization during Weevil's attack.
Yep.
You can only use magic spells in response if they're a quick play, meaning they have this little icon on the card.
Poly doesn't.
not one of those cards, kids.
Nope.
Great Moth also doesn't have a poison
I
effect.
like
It's
how
a
all
bunch
these
of
anime
bullshit.
100
Weevil's
minus
cheating.
attack points.
Now that Yugi has realized Weevil's
Shame
cheating,
Great Moth
he's now
didn't
going
have
to
an
do his
effect like
own
that,
cheating
though.
and make up
Make
his
it
own bullshit.
somewhat
Makyu doesn't
useful?
wash
I don't
away
know.
this non-existent
Whatever,
poison.
fuck it.
It also requires Summon Skull to use.
Yeah, fuck that.
Remember,
Or
kids,
Thunder
it's
type.
only okay to duel if you're dueling for the sake of somebody else. If you have any other reason, including dueling to win or have fun, that makes you a bad person. Yugi said
Well,
it himself.
it's more noble.
Okay, how the fuck did Joey ever win? His deck was terrible! It was fucking 40 monsters and like 2 spells. He
Maybe.
just had the Flame Swordsman spell and that was it. He relied on Time Wizard and fucking Baby Dragon.
Because
How
he's
did
got
anyone
luck.
ever lose to this idiot? He didn't even know how the game worked. Time Wizard
Luck.
doesn't actually age cards, it just
Which
destroys
got-
them. So the fact that he
Which
aged
originally
the
was just
Hercules is a
beginner's
bunch of
luck,
shit.
which turned
Thousand
into
Dragon
it's
also
my
requires
main gimmick.
polymerization.
A card Joey doesn't have in his deck.
Nope.
Ah, the classic hiding cards underwater. I haven't seen that tactic in years.
That's just a JPEG.
Yeah, it's literally just a picture of the moon. It's literally the first picture that comes up. That's
The card is actually
amazing.
called Mystical Moon. Mako just used his normal monster to flood the field because it was a fish. And now Yugi orders his monster to attack
I love
the
Duelist
moon?
Kingdom.
Oh
It's
my
complete
God, what is
bullshit. I'm
happening?
ready to fucking die now.
Discount Yugi?
Man-eating
Yes.
crab, attack!
Fireball attack!
Yugi just attacked during
delicious.
Mokuba's turn.
You can't
No, it
win a
was
duel with
counterattacking.
cards that don't rightfully belong to you.
That's different.
Apparently, you can't duel with a deck that isn't yours, or else it won't listen to you.
Uh,
Because pieces of paper have a will of their own.
Not to mention,
Mokuba
Yugi,
had
you're
to run
using
to the other side of
Grandpa's
the arena.
deck.
How did Yugi not see this coming and have time to react?
If I can't beat you, I'll
He only
be
stole a
disqualified.
starship.
So, if he only took 2, how is Yugi disqualified as if he has 3 more?
Yeah.
I've run computer simulations,
I think there were 4
probability
starships there.
scenarios, and quantum analysis of our duel, but I still don't have the answer.
How the fuck do you quantum analyze a duel? Another excellent example
Ask
of 4
Bastion
kids
Misawa.
censorship, because apparently
I love
kids
that,
can't
though.
see the sight of a gun. Watch out, Kaiba. They're gonna point their fingers at you.
I love that.
Locating orbital coordinates.
Keep out.
Onboard computer security. You are now
Back when CGI was impressive back in the day.
Illusions satellite.
Great. Now plot a crash course for the computer mainframe.
Okay, Kaiba, I get that Pegasus stole your brother, but you just
And you're a
drove a
genius.
satellite into a building.
Yep.
You know how many people you just killed.
It's
You
fine,
think
they're
someone's a
probably
monster
evil
and face a
anyway.
defense position? You can't do that. You gotta lay it face down.
Yeah,
The
shut up.
classic stereotypical hacking shit that everyone hates in anything ever.
We're going in.
Magical
pressing
Hat
the
is
same
also
buttons
a
over and
trap
over
card,
again.
not a spell. And
That's
it lasts
nice.
for 1 turn.
That's
the only
nice.
reason Yugi won this duel is because Kaiba helped him by cheating.
Yeah.
Look at our self-righteous king of games, cheating his way to the top.
What's
It's
funny
only
is the
okay
mystical
when I
elf
cheat,
got
'cause I have
that
to
sort-
save my grandfather.
What's funny is that
Joey
mystical elf got that
shoves
sort of boost
Tristan,
attack points
yet he has
in
a
one of the
punch mark on his
games.
face. Thanks a lot, 4 kids.
You're welcome.
I really hate to keep bringing this back up, but how does Joey ever win? He does the same damn thing every time.
Never mind, he's not doing it now. He's not with Baby Dragon.
Poor baby. Looks like we found out what he was made of. But I didn't get to play my combo.
Joey just plays Baby Dragon alone and expects it to survive to his next turn so he can make a play?
Yep.
What kind of fucking idiot is he?
The best
So I really
kind.
continue to mention the fact that they keep summoning monsters higher than level 4 without tributing.
There's no point.
Time
Just let it
wizard.
go.
Joey puts Time Wizard face down in the spell zone.
Not to
Not
mention
to
he
mention
screams
the fact
aloud.
he says what he's putting
Yeah.
down, completely defeating the purpose of setting things face down.
Seriously.
Joey also normal summons Flame Swordsman, which is a fusion monster.
It's even in the
There
card
is no way
text.
Joey could have known that dinosaur cards are especially vulnerable to fire. That jerk, he totally lucked out on that one.
Yep.
This isn't Pokemon. Types don't actually beat other types.
They do in
Tell me
season
how a
1
swordsman can beat a dinosaur.
by bullshit.
If Rex was
I
supposed
love
to
that
come
line, though. I
second
don't
place
know
at a
why.
regional, you'd think he would know that types were weak to other types.
Evidently
I
not.
actually won that?
Joey didn't even know he would kill the monster. He just threw his fucking swordsman
That's
at it. What
how
did you
Joey
think would
does his
happen?
shit.
Again, going back to the point that Joey's deck is fucking terrible, his strongest card is an 1800 attack fusion monster,
Yep.
and he never brings out the correct way, and no one seems to stop him nor care. Is everyone
Pity.
just treating Joey like the special kid in class where they just let him win?
Oh, I get it. The red one blocked for the green one. Tristan's card was there right when I needed it most.
Of course! Those two monsters are like best friends, so when they're together on the field, they help power each other up.
Monsters also can't block each other's attacks because they're friends.
Because
Both put up
anime.
whatever card we have on the
Though at least that
field.
one's somewhat reflective of their
I don't have any
effects.
cards on the... Huh? Oh yeah, my time wizard. I forgot about that.
You
Joey
said
forgot
it!
that he had Time
You even
Wizard
said it
on the
aloud.
field. The only reason he won was because Rex reminded him. Someone please explain to me how this person continues to win. Again, Time Wizard still doesn't work that
yeah.
way and doesn't make you take damage if your monster's
It
destroyed.
is
by Time
impressive
Wizard's
though, just
Now
seeing Red Eyes
Tristan
fall apart
shoves
like
Joey. He
stone.
has this magical mark upon his cheek. I'd still continue to thank 4 kids for this.
You're
The core
welcome.
found out Taya was the face down card because she lifted herself up to look out from under the card.
How
The
you guys
monster
doing?
that Taya's based off of is a 1-star monster. Why the fuck is it a 7-star with 25?
Because she walked over to
now?
stand on
How
Dark
did crying
Magician's
activate her
card.
effect?
Because anime.
I want to help, but we must act quickly, Yugi.
Ginger Park can't do that.
I've taken over one of his cards instead of yours.
Bakura just used Change of Heart on his own monster, completely ignoring what the card does.
It can't
because
even
plot
do
armor.
that.
If the evil power of Bakura's Millennium Ring can pull souls from people, perhaps the power of my Millennium Puzzle
Perhaps.
can put
He's
them back.
guessing.
And then Yami swapped the Bakura spirits because even more plot armor had to happen this
Yep.
episode in order for Yugi to win. Why would these arenas have leg shackles and flamethrowers attached to them?
That's a good
Remember, this
question,
is a
actually.
tournament for a child's card game.
Because Pegasus
Castle
is a
Dark Illusion
dick.
can't hide monsters in its darkness. This is another thing they added to the show to create tension and drama. Panic also summons a fusion monster without using poly. I don't know what's
That's
up
nice.
with this
Shut
show
up.
and not actually using polymerization to summon their fusion monsters. Yugi has his monster attack the darkness directly as if it's some kind of monster itself. You know,
Okay.
instead of just the absence of
I
light.
attack
Why
the
doesn't anyone
darkness.
just attack directly once they destroy all the monsters instead of just prolonging the duel and then end up losing because Yugi pulls something out of his ass?
Duelist
The
Kingdom
Reaper must
rules.
actually be flipped first to destroy traps, and it only destroys one.
That's nice.
What? It's veering away! Instead of destroying Yugi's curse of dragon, it's attacking my Reaper of the God!
Oh,
Curse
fuck.
you and your spellbinding circle! Its light drew in my energy blast!
Spellbinding Circle does not attract an
How
attack with
would
the monster
light
is some kind of
even do
fucking
that?
moth.
Oh,
I've
God.
drawn a Chaos Shield card!
Yellow
The
Luster
card is actually
Shield.
called Yellow Luster Shield. It only raises their defense by 300. It doesn't actually stop attacks.
Whoops.
Why is there a control console to the flamethrowers to make them stronger on Panic's side of the field?
Because
Remember,
Pegasus
this is
is a
still
dick.
a tournament for a children's card game.
Hey, he hired these guys. He might as well help them.
Will be free to attack him all at once!
You can't just deactivate a spell card whenever you want.
Hey,
I
Yugi
think
attacked
the
his
makers of the
own
show
just
took
like
Catapult
5 episodes
Turtle's
ago.
effect a little too literally because it doesn't actually fire a monster off its catapult. Why would
It does in the show.
Gaia using Catapult Turtle at the tower increase Gaia's attack?
Because shut up.
Monster's defense power is still much too strong for you!
Panic says
It's
his
an accurate
monster's
depiction
too
of the
strong
an-
for
of the
Yugi to
manga,
break
though,
through,
even though
yet
it's
they
still
have equal
bollocks.
attack and defense. So if they fought each other, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
So why does Yugi end up taking so much damage?
Because his
For
monster
your
blew
threats,
up.
My castle is unharmed. Your worthless attack simply knocked its flotation.
Oh, he's got
ring off.
494
There's no
life
such
points.
thing
That bothers
as the
me.
castle's flotation device.
Doesn't it seem strange to you that a castle that's lost its flotation ring is somehow still floating? What if the swords of revealing light had locked in place?
Mind you,
not
he's
only your
asking,
monsters,
what
but
if?
your castle as well?
He doesn't know
Swords of
himself.
Revealing Light also does not hold the monsters in place.
But that's the anime explanation as to how they aren't able to attack.
No good. The Chaos Shield is keeping them from running anywhere. You've trapped them all inside.
Yellow Luster's shield does not trap its monsters within it. Why would the castle falling onto his monsters, crushing them, cause Panic to take damage?
Because
How does the Millennium
frickin' Duelist
Puzzle
Kingdom.
stop the flamethrowers and in the process create a tornado?
Because
In
it
the
looks
English
cool.
translation, Yami crushes Panic's mind, but in the original, he sends him to the Shadow Realm. Not really sure why they changed the scene to leave out the Shadow Realm because it gets introduced later. Maybe because it's perceived as a villainous thing to do, and Yami's supposed to be the hero of the show, and you can't have the hero doing evil things.
Yes! He
I
withstood your
just
attack!
love how sometimes
did
the
he?
4Kids
Look
version can be
again.
darker than the original. Like, whoops.
Believe it! That ugly overgrown ox? He cut my lizard in half!
Why would Joey think that his armored lizard would survive attacking a stronger monster?
Maybe he
Why does
thought there'd be a
continue to keep
power abuse
attacking
based
with
on
weak
types.
monsters? How does Bandit Keith lose when he has a 2400 attack monster on the field and the kid summons an 1850 monster and says,
Because that monster
"Oh,
has an
I
Eileen
think I just
effect."
took all of your life points. How does anyone read this letter from Mai? Bones uses Call of
I
the
don't know.
Haunted as a spell, even though it's a trap. And it's not like the show drew it as a spell. They even drew it as a trap.
They made
Call
it
of the Haunted
accurate, and
only
that's the
brings back
problem.
one monster and doesn't make it invincible like Bones states it does. Zombie cards aren't immortal and don't keep coming back stronger and stronger each time you knock them down.
Then
Taking King doesn't
the
make
zombie
other
deck
monsters
would be the
stronger. It
best
only
deck
gains
ever
100
forever.
attack each standby phase if you have Castle of Dark Illusion.
With their attack points at 0, the zombies can't come back to life.
Zombie cards don't stop coming back if their attack is 0 because they don't come back at all in the first place. Labyrinth Wall can't be used as a field spell because it's a monster. Also, monsters can't be sent into said maze. Or
Hey,
only
this is
move
a somewhat
through it based
interesting
on their
idea
level.
for a
Beaver
game, though.
Warrior only moves 3 spaces even though Yugi tells it to move 4. Para
That's
and
nice.
Dox
He's counted the
fuse
step he started
shadow
from.
into the wall, so it can move freely now because the wall has no
This is
spaces.
kind of a card,
ignoring
though.
the fact that there isn't even a
Wall
fusion
shadow
card
is a
for these
card.
two monsters. Yugi and Joey can't attack the shadow because the wall doesn't occupy a space itself. They set Jirai Gumo in the spell and trap zone.
They took this from
Any
Joey.
opposing monster that steps on the space with Jirai Gumo's symbol will instantly fall victim to its fatal surprise.
Also, its real effect is when it declares an attack, you flip a coin. If you call it
It's
wrong,
only got
you lose
2100
half
attack
your life
points.
Jirai Gumo's attack is 2200, not 2100. Once again, people summoning fusion cards without using polymerization. Holy shit, Joey has a trap in his deck. Where the fuck did he get that? Joey can't give Yugi's monster 500 attack with Kunai with Chain. It's only one of his.
Well, considering the fact that Joey's monster is on his field, or
Yugi's
Yugi's monster is on his field, you know?
We really needed this.
I
Magical
think, I don't
Labyrinth
know.
doesn't change the layout of Labyrinth Wall
Nope.
because this isn't how the card works in the first place. Mystic Box doesn't swap monster positions. Why are
Imagine
the
if
Gate
the
Guardian
season
pieces
1
summoned
rules were
into
the
these little
official
boxes?
rules instead of
Gate
like just a
Guardian can't
bullshit
use
thing
each of
for
its
one
monster's
season.
individual effects once it's summoned.
That'd have been
Freaking
something.
Para and Dox
Do you
to
think
flood
Yu-Gi-Oh
the
would still be
labyrinth
around
with
if that were the
sewage
case?
so
I
they could
don't
use
think
the
so,
water as a
personally.
conductor for
If they never
Summoned
fixed the
Skull to
game.
attack from the other end.
Say what you
Joey
want about
just got
Bandai versus
Red Eyes
Konami. At least
yesterday.
Konami
Why
somewhat
the
fixed the
fuck
card.
Would either of them have Black Skull Dragon? They
Because
also
it looks
use
metal as
polymerization a
fuck.
quick play again. Black Skull Dragon can't go through the maze because it's a maze rule stating that it's a no-fly zone, and Red Eye's Black Skull Dragon can only move by flight for some reason.
Even though it has
You
legs.
can't
I just think it was too
destroy
big.
specific sections of the Gate Guardian because it's one monster.
That's nice, we just did.
Copycat actually has 0 defense and 0 attack.
And it
an
isn't a
effect
normal monster.
You can't attack with multiple parts of the Gate Guardian because it is one monster, not 3 stacked on top of each other.
This would've made
whole
Gate Guardian
changing
somewhat
place
better.
bullshit doesn't even exist, nor does Monster
It's the
Swap.
entire
not a real
reason
card.
Shift was
Remember that time
made.
Tay was being blackmailed and almost raped by their gym teacher, and then Yami sent him to the Shadow Realm?
Surprised
yeah,
they kept
this is a
that.
kid show. Why does no one
Think they
notice
need a
that
filler
Yugi
episode.
grows in size when he's Yami? Sword
I
Stalker is
don't
actually a
know.
normal monster, so it doesn't have an effect, so that means it
Figures
doesn't
they could've made
gain
the card better
20%
and they
of the
went
attack of
against
its
it.
fallen allies. Ancient Lamp is actually a monster card.
Oops.
Crush Card Virus is a trap.
Oops.
Multiply doesn't infinitely keep creating Karibo. You can't
Ah, the
use
box.
polymerization to fuse a
Oh, this
monster and a
famous
spell
scene.
card together.
I
It's just
love this.
fucking stupid. Ultimate Blue Eyes does not count as 3 monsters, only 1, so you don't have to kill each head, and it cannot attack 3 times.
It does look
Remember
impressive
that
though,
time
just the
Kaiba
decaying
threatened to
and shit.
kill himself if he lost a duel?
Or move, Yugi. You can attack my blue eyes again and wipe out my remaining life points. But if you do, the resulting shockwaves might cause me to lose my balance.
Please explain
Don't
to me, Kaiba,
tempt
how
me.
a hologram would create a shockwave that would blast you off the castle ledge.
Because it's a hologram.
Man, fuck
Boy.
Joey. How did Yugi ever win? Literally, he only won because someone intervened and helped him cheat, or Yami did all the work.
A powerful one. If only I can remember what it does. Think, Taya, think.
How the hell do you forget what a card does? It says its effect on the card.
No, it
right.
doesn't.
It doesn't in English. Thanks for kids.
Well, that's because of like
See,
rules
Yuki
over here
only got
involving
in
like
is because
friggin'
Mai
commercials
pitied
and stuff
him
like
and
that.
surrendered when she could have easily
It's
won.
hard to explain.
Miss me. Whoops. Too slow.
I love how this punching is okay, but anything else isn't. Is it because he's missing?
Fart sounds when they punch each other? Really, 4 kids? Was this really necessary?
Evidently.
Proxy is not a real card. Negative energy also doesn't exist.
Well, all I know about it is
President mentioned that all the way back in the first duel in Yugi versus Joey. If Yugi versus Kaiba, might be.
If Toon World was supposed to be so strong it was never released, why is Pegasus allowed to use it?
Because
Wouldn't
he
that
created the
break
game.
and give him an unfair advantage?
Yes,
I
because
wanna
he
take a
created
moment
the
to
game.
Explain why this is
He's
so
a prick.
stupid by talking about the real card game itself. There was a deck released last year that everyone played, and it was called Pepe. Not that one. That it was so broken they had to make emergency ban lists and ban multiple cards twice, and even then it still wasn't enough. The deck was so broken that if you played it, you automatically won basically because you block out your opponent from playing the game. So just imagine you worked your way up to the tournament and beat all of the opponents you had to play, and then you got to Pegasus and he used bullshit cards that are supposed to be banned because they're so strong.
Yes, but he's a
How is
villain,
that
so he's
fair?
allowed to use it.
Toon World doesn't make monsters immune to attacks.
That would
Shine
make them
Pals
good.
raises attack by 700.
Shadow Spell is a trap.
Now, not only can your toon not move, but his attack power is lowered by 700 points.
Oh, they got the card's effect wrong, so Kaiba could plot armor it and destroy it with dark chains and blue eyes.
Now do you understand that nothing will stop me from rescuing my brother Pegasus? Even destroying my own blue eyes.
I'm down, dude. You destroyed the card in one duel. It's not like you ripped it and ruined it forever.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Doodad called Doppelganger.
Doppelganger is a
Doodad.
trap card.
They make Mimic Cat later. Maybe, I think that's why it was called
Cancel
Mimic
attacks
Cat
when
to
you want.
Doppelganger.
That would
I
be
forgot that
stupid.
computer
Why the
existed.
fuck is that one card white? Was that 4Kids doing? How the fuck
Yeah, probably.
did Tristan climb all the way up there? That was mighty
magic.
convenient. There just happened to be a grappling hook on the wall.
Also,
It was
they got rid of a
almost
scene
like it was
of
written
them trying to
in
look at
for
Taya's
plot
skirt.
convenience. Once again, the show is giving me more evidence to believe that Yami is the only reason why Yugi ever won a duel.
Oh.
You know, Mystical Space Typhoon would be really useful in any of these duels, but I guess nobody uses good cards in the show.
It didn't exist yet.
I play this accessory card, Shadow of Eyes.
What the fuck is an accessory card?
I don't know.
I can't lose this match.
Quick trap? I don't know.
Let me help you. If you continue to hold me back, everybody loses.
But mostly
Yes,
us.
Yugi, please stop being a little bitch and let Yami win the duels for you. You are fucking garbage.
God.
Please let me help you. No, I can't risk turning you loose.
I don't understand how Yugi can think this is Yami's fault when Kaiba threatened to kill himself. Why would you think you'd be ever put in a situation like this ever again?
Nice move, Yugi, but Harpy's pet dragon is only a servant of Harpy Lady, and even brainwashed, it would never think of turning on its master.
Again, they're pieces of paper. Cards hold no allegiance. They can't just ignore an attack because they would be attacking their master.
Unless it would be through a card effect.
Oh no, the catapult turtle has the power to destroy walls and fortresses.
You can't use Catapult Turtle to destroy walls.
I just
AKA
did.
spells.
AKA
no.
traps.
Not one of these cards is strong enough to bring down Mai's harpies.
Yugi says he doesn't have a strong enough monster to defeat
Monster
the Harpy Ladies,
Reborn.
yet he has Monster Reborn and can just bring back Dark Magician.
It involves the Black Luster Ritual, and 3 turns might not be enough. Black Luster Ritual? What's that?
Yugi doesn't even know what's in his deck! How is this person the king of games? Why did you say all those times you didn't have a card strong enough to beat X, but you have Black Luster Soldier the whole time? Or did you
Because
just magically get it before this duel? How the hell did Bandit Keith get a couch in there?
You bet
Lifting.
it's right. All of my machine monsters are protected by magic-resistant armor.
Machine monsters aren't immune to magic. That's a load of bullshit. There's also no such thing as magic-resistant armor. Fucking
That'd be
idiot dropped
wasteful.
his card. He can't take that back. Someone call a rep. Wait, so
That was
Flame
just a
Swordsman
fucking
is a
joke.
normal monster
Really,
now,
fucking
even though
joke,
it's been a
yeah.
fusion monster this whole time? I guess they finally realized he was just ignoring the summoning requirements.
That new metallic paint job he's sporting deflects all magic attacks back to where they came from.
My swordsman!
Good work,
If they're
Einstein.
following the rule that elements beat each other, why wouldn't Flame Swordsman beat machines? Doesn't
Fire
fire
melts
melt metal?
metal.
So now Stop Defense is a spell card
When
when,
it
they
was a
drew
trap
as a
card
trap
earlier.
during the Kaiba versus Yugi duel.
You know, fake
Cosmo
Kaiba, at
Spikes,
least.
not a card, kids.
They'd print that later.
That's gotta be the
At least it
lousiest
wasn't
bluff
that-
I've
at
ever
least
heard
it
in my
wasn't that
entire
time he made
dueling
this.
career.
How could you think Joey was bluffing when he put anything in his spell zone? The guy literally only has Kunai with Chain in his deck.
Man, this is gotta be the closest match I've ever seen.
That was the closest duel you've ever seen, Tristan? Literally every duel you guys are in is close, and you're about to lose until you pull shit out your ass.
Yep.
Why, it's practically a battle of good versus evil. How amusing.
Once again, redemption and revenge is shown as being evil. Watch out, Joey! It's Nerf Gun Dragon. Was 4Kids even trying with this one? Oh no, the children! They can't see cannons! Think of the children!
See, with its triple attack laser discharge system, it has 3 attacks, not just 1.
Barrel Dragon doesn't attack 3 times. Its actual effect is if you target a monster, you could flip a coin 3 times, and if at least 2 times it's heads, the card is destroyed.
Close enough. That's nice. 3 bullets, 3 shoots.
Was that a stolen Star Wars blaster sound?
Everyone steals
How
from
does
Star
no one
Wars.
notice that he
Ever
pulls
heard
a
of the
card out of
Wilhelms?
his sleeve? Or that he has one more card in his hand than he should have?
Because no
Where
one
do
can
they
count.
keep getting these one-off cards that are handy in each specific duel?
Because
Did they
reasons.
really have no original sound effects? Red Eyes' roar is just a tiger.
Calm down, Raja.
Dragon Nails isn't a real card. Pillager,
Yes,
also
till they
not a real
print it.
card. The classic repeat a motion over and over again 3 times to fill up time and save budget.
Yep.
Man, fuck the Millennium Eye. The Millennium Finger Pistols are where it's at. They include that ouch sound so it would look like Bandit Keith wasn't just murdered because it's supposed to be a kid show, even though they just had rape a few episodes earlier. If 2 people are dueling for someone else,
I forgot all about
does
that.
mean
Ouch.
that neither of them can lose because they have so much plot armor? Okay, guys, we gotta pad the episode because we're out of budget. Let's just include a flashback with a bunch of cheesy music over
I still
it to
love
show
this
how
song,
much Joey
though.
and
It's
Yugi are
so
good friends.
90s and
Guilty
shit.
as a fusion monster, but I guess Joey just doesn't.
They realized
know
their
what a
mistake from
fusion
Flame
monster
Swords
is.
have been.
Why is Yugi surprised when Joey used sword and shield? The guy literally uses the same 3
Not to
strats
mention, I think you
every duel.
gave him shield and
What's he
sword.
playing that
No, you gave him
throwaway
time, which
monster
he,
for?
he pulled out. He
Perhaps
traded
Joey
for shield
hasn't
and
learned
sword.
as much as we thought.
How the fuck have these idiots not learned anything yet? They've both watched Joey and Yugi duel every time. They use the same monsters. It's not like they're doing something new. Grave Robber can't steal monsters.
That's
Holy
nice.
fuck! Joey used polymerization.
You had to
Yugi
steal it
was
from
able to
Yugi,
use
though.
a spell during Joey's turn because his magician aged over 1,000 years. I guess in those 1,000 years, he learned how to break the rules. Tears of a Mermaid doesn't
jeez.
exist. Trap
Not yet,
displacement
anyway.
isn't a card.
Find it away.
How did Bakura make a
May change
card
eventually, who
real?
knows?
Gorgon's
Because
Eye is
Millennium
not a permanent
Magic.
trap. Nor does it turn
It doesn't
your
stick
monsters
around
to
anyway, there was no
stone,
point
or
of
make
that.
you take half their defense points as damage.
I see you've drawn the fabled Dark Magician.
It's like I'm not even trying to hide the fact I'm cheating, Yugi boy. I guess 4Kids was short on budget this week because they just had Eric Stewart, the voice of Kaiba, be every guard in the episode.
Oh, fuck yes.
It's all over. Give us back our prisoner now, and we might still let you leave in one
I hope you got a good
piece.
paycheck that day since he's paying like 5 guys.
Oh no! He's brought the monster on the card to life, and he's gonna
Your
sick it
bug.
on us!
Once Pegasus loses the ability to read Yugi's mind, it shows that he also sucks, just like every other character in this fucking show.
That's because he
Only
relied
wins
too much on the
by
Millennium
cheating.
Eye.
Magical neutralizing force, not a real card. When
Yeah.
Pegasus puts Dark Illusius on the field, it says its defense is 1400. Why is it 0-0?
Oops.
And did I tell you? It's a monster I created just for this game.
Of course they did.
And don't forget.
Pegasus is using brand new cards he made for this duel? What fucking bullshit is this? I'm actually
He's a
genuinely
cheater.
surprised they got Relinquished right. How did the game
Yep.
block the thoughts? Fucking
Because
plot armor.
heroic
You
shit,
can't
friendship.
just use Mystic Box to unequip Dark Magician from Relinquished.
I just did.
No fair.
Pegasus is complaining that it's not fair that he can't cheat. How did multiplying Karibos exactly beat Restrict?
I
Damn,
don't
that was
know.
a lot of shit the show got wrong. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you for sitting through 27 minutes of me babbling about a kid's show and how incorrect a lot of the things were in it. If you liked the video, I ask that you could pass it along to your friends because every extra view helps. See you next time.
Bye.